Hi, welcome to Ascending Soul's Journey. This is Lorianne, your psychic, here to do a special series that I do called Spiritual Connections Live, where we look at different questions that many of you have along the line of spirituality, different types. It's not for personal questions, but today's focus is how to get grounded in a hectic society that we live in. We all have fast-paced lives. Welcome. I started to do this and I didn't hit public, so I was doing this without you guys. Thought, oh, I better start over again. So I also am going to look at different questions that many of you have been asking, waiting for me to answer. Last week I was traveling and I was in a position where I couldn't even post that I was not going to do the live show because I was not in a environment where I could actually do it for you guys. But one of the questions that a few of you have asked is about crystals, wanting to know information. And it does fall under high joy. It does fall under the category of getting grounded as well. So we'll include that in that sector. But when we're talking crystals, each of these beautiful stones have different purposes, okay? And I know a lot of you know this, but this is a really good question, especially for those of you who are new to the spiritual transformation, to spirituality in general, metaphysics, holistic healing. I've been in holistic healing my entire life. As many of you know, I've been doing this for my life. Hi, Samantha. One of the crystals that is fantastic, and you guys see me when I do my readings, my public and personal readings. Hi, good night. This is a clear quartz crystal. So if you are trying to connect to the other side, to connect to your guides, to connect to your angels, anything that you are trying to connect to the other side, this is a really good crystal to use for that. It broadens the connection. It helps you get a little bit clearer insight of what's coming in. Now, there's all different kinds, all different sizes. I like to use small ones because we keep them in the hand that we don't write with. That's your receiving hand. So if you're right-handed, you want to keep it in your left hand because that's where you're receiving. They come in all different sizes, but again, I like mine small so that I can put them in my hand. And most people don't even know that I have them in my hand. I'm also, although I'm all girl, I'm very much tomboy, so I don't like to take my purse everywhere I go. So I put them in my pocket, and I can put a lot of them in my pocket. Some of my guidance clients keep a multitude, and I have a bunch. You know, there's all different kinds, all different purposes. This is a rose quartz. This is for love. So if you're trying to manifest love, you would want to get a rose quartz. There are different types, yes, but this one is the one that I like, and it has proven for me to be of great value. Black obsidian is one that I keep with me at all times for protection as well as grounding. These stones help keep us grounded, and I'll explain why when I talk about the topic itself. But there's a multitude of different crystals that you can get, and you're welcome, Amy. And you can go to any metaphysics shop, and they're really good at, usually they're really good at helping people to find it. Now you want to pick out your own stones if possible, whichever stone you're drawn to. You may pick the really, really big one, okay? I don't. I keep them small so that I can hold them. A lot of times, and you guys see, I hold this in my hand. You don't even see that I have it a lot. But majority of the time that you see me speaking, I have this with me, and I keep it in my hand, and I play with it all the time. Or I just tuck it in my fingers and you don't even realize that I have it. That way that connection is never weak. I don't need it. I like it, especially when I'm dealing with a multitude of you guys out there. So check with your metaphysical stores And if you have specific questions about crystals, you can ask me and I'll refer you where to go. Okay, I'd be happy to. So I hope that helps Ivan and the others of you that have been asking about that. Now, another group of you, there's been several asking about your guides. How do you contact your guides? One of you, Sabrina, I think it was you that asked about the guides, seeing them. I have never seen my guide. I've never actually visually seen my guide, but I talk to my guide all the time. My guide's name is Allie, and I asked. So when you get that really wonderful connection, those of you who are using my guided meditation, I know you're having wonderful results because I'm hearing all these amazing results. You guys are sending me the emails and I love to hear it. I'm so glad it's working for you. For those of you interested in my guided meditation, it does broaden that connection to the other side. It does help keep you grounded and focused. It does help de-stress you. But when we're trying to call upon our guides, you can use meditation as a way to do that. You can communicate with them. And if you want to see them, I would just ask. I've never asked my guide to see, and her name is Allie. We all have our names. Each of our guides have names. When I work one-on-one with my guidance clients, I will tell them the name of their guide. That way they can connect, but I only do it with my guidance clients, okay? Or if you book a one-on-one session with me, then I would as well. Not a consult, not a 30-minute consult, because there's typically too many questions coming in a 30-minute span. So you can call on your guides anytime you want. You can call on your angels anytime you want. The divine, everybody is always at your disposal. They don't sleep, they don't take holidays like we do. They're always there. And use your crystals and use that guided meditation. You will hear them. Now, guides, like I've expressed to you guys before, angels talk very quiet. Now, my angels talk in my right ear. My visions, because I can see it, feel it, hear it, know it, when I see the vision, it's on my left side, which is our memory side, okay? So the visions come on that side. That's the side if you were doing sales and you're looking at people's body movements and their eye movements to see if they're telling you the truth or if they're lying. When we look to the right, that's when we are being creative. That's the creative side of the brain. When we look to the left, that's the memory. That is the truthful side of our brain. So typically, and I watch the readers on YouTube to see which direction they're looking. And I found some really good readers and they are connected. So those are the ones that I listen to. But you can call on your guides anytime you want, anytime, day or night, wherever you're at, in your mind, out loud, it doesn't matter. Just ask. Now, again, angels are very, very quiet, and they will typically, all the angels that I've dealt with my entire life, they're very much yes, no, maybe, very brief in the words that they use. So I can say, is it going to rain today? And I'll hear a yes or a no. Or hail, maybe it's going to hail that day. So they're very limited in the words that they use. Spirit guides talk just like you and I do, and they talk. Mine does anyway. Mine talks a lot, and she's got a beautiful voice, a deep voice actually, and I hear her just like I would you, exactly the same way that I would hear you. So when you're meditating, okay, and if you want that meditation video, you can click on any of my public videos. It's there. Thank you so much. Hi, Peter. Intention. I might be able to answer that, Peter, when I get to the grounding stage. So I think I know what you mean. Yeah, you can call on them anytime, anywhere. and they're there for you. Now, one of the other questions that Sabrina had asked is about the soulmates. And oh, I don't want to forget those of you who are interested, the Soulmate Twin Flame Journey class. This is an actual class. It will be on a specific platform. Several of you have sent me emails, and you'll be getting a response from me tomorrow, no later than Saturday. I'm getting ready to send out all the emails to you, giving you the time. It starts on the 28th. Now I'm going to be running a different one at a different time of day on a different day to capture different groups of you. Though some of you are on different time zones, some of you are in different countries and different days. So I want to try and get 2 different dates where I can actually get all of you. So if you're interested in this, this is also going to tell you about the spiritual transformation that you're going through, the whole purpose of what the soulmate journey is about, what you're experiencing, what you're experiencing. She was just saying that her guides are blabbermouths. Yeah, mine talks a lot. Not as much as my higher self. My higher self talks like nonstop like I do. But my guide definitely does talk a lot. So those of you interested, send me an email to ascendingsoulsjourney@gmail.com. Okay. Again, that's going to start on the 28th, and I'll send you all the messages, information that you need regarding that class. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be really good for you. It's going to help you tremendously, because when I do it in bits and pieces, like I've been doing on the live show, it doesn't sink in. And as we go through the journey, we have what I refer to as an invisible karmic cloak over us, meaning the conscious mind is not connected to the soul, which is connected to the subconscious mind. So there's a huge gap in between. That's the invisible karmic cloak. That's why sometimes you will go from loving your soulmate to hating your soulmate, all in the same sentence, because of the confusion that goes back and forth. You literally are thinking from 2 separate minds. And what happens in the transformation, you become aligned and in one at the end of the journey. How do you know when you're in the end of the journey, which is one of her questions. So Sabrina, I do recommend that you join in this class on the 28th. Okay. It will not be public. It will not be given to just anybody. You have to actually be in the class in order to go through the journey. Can you join in later? You can, but you'll miss the beginning, and that's okay. You can pick it up as we go along, and on the back end, it should be able to rotate for the most part, okay? But again, I have to send you an email. This is going to be by invitation only. So I have to know that you're interested, etc. So I'll be sending that information out to those of you waiting tomorrow, no later than Saturday. So when you're done with the journey, that's when you're in alignment. That's when you are completely in balance. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know what you don't want, what you can handle, what you can't handle, what you need to work on, what you got rid of, and what's never going to change. You know everything about you, which we don't know. Before we go into the journey, we don't know. Some people don't even know what their favorite color is. I have had people tell me they have no idea what their favorite color is. We all are drawn to certain things. They stand out to us. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. It doesn't matter. There are certain things in life that stand out. Colors are typically one of them. But there's so much confusion. And I never pass judgment on anybody. I've been there. I understand that journey forward and backwards, which is why this is called Ascending Soul's Journey, because that's what it's about, aligning your conscious mind with your soul so that the true essence of who you are can come through. Ascending Soul's Journey @gmail.com. And I didn't catch your first name, Mr. or Ms. Smith. Any of the public, all of my videos, just go into the description, go into the About section. It has my website. You can book all readings, guidance calls, and private sessions on the website. Okay, you have to send me the email. I'm not going to read these and send everybody the information. Send it to ascendingsoulsjourney@gmail.com, and I would be happy to include you in that. So when you know when you have aligned is when you are in complete balance, when you know what path you are supposed to be on, when you've heard your true calling. Sometimes it can be exactly what you do. Sometimes it can be in a completely different line of work. This is no longer, you've been doing it for 20 years and it just, no, it doesn't work anymore. And you're searching for something, but you don't know what. That comes to you through the journey. You will be told about 3/4 of the way into your journey, you will be told exactly by the divine. Mine was from the God himself, divine himself. Some people hear it from angels, but it's usually always through your dream state, okay? Where they become, it's a bit, and then it's a little bit, and then the next one might be these two little bits together, and then it's more, and it's more, and it's more. Hello, thank you for joining. So it's really incredible at the end of the journey, because nobody can stop us from what we're doing, and I don't mean in any form of malice whatsoever. We're so driven, we're so ready to move forward in that direction. We know what we want. We know what we want, okay? So that's a really good question, and when we do the class, Sabrina, we're going to talk into great depth on that. So a lot of the soulmate questions I want to ask I want to answer in that class. Yeah, all of these are about guides. So this one, and I didn't get your name, I'm so sorry. I hope you're listening and you'll know it's you. I would like to know more about our guides. Are they blood related to us? Not necessarily, no. Guides are unique, just as an archangel is unique. Yeah. They are unique as angels. Each angel has their own name. They're unique, just like we are. But we are all connected. So when we're talking about guides, they are a unique being on their own, okay? Does that mean that we know them? Absolutely, we can know them. Absolutely, we can. They may have been with us in other prior lives, and we definitely know them when we go to the other side. We know everybody on the other side. We know each other. We all have our little groups. We all have our families on the other side. And it's all about love over there. There is no hate. There's no envy. There's no jealousy. There's no ill words like these people that leave these horrible comments. That doesn't happen over there. So that's why many people want to go home, because it's not like that over there. But this is where we're supposed to be right now, because that's what the contract says. So we're supposed to do what we're supposed to do. Are they angels or human souls? Angels are a separate being, okay? There are earth angels, okay? Like some may call me an earth angel. Earth angels are very beautiful people. And they come with many gifts as they incarnate here on earth. However, that is still, the soul is not part of the human body. So there is no human soul, okay? There is no human soul. We have a soul, but that's an eternity. That's an eternal soul. That is the true essence of our being, no matter what our shell, our body looks like. Some of you could have been here in a past life where you were, I was an Indian in 2 past lives. My sister was on, not Christopher Columbus, but she was on one of those boats. We did oh God, hers was the best past life session that I did was actually for my sister. It was incredible because it included a multitude of people that were in her current life, and I was able to clearly go through, and everything resonated. It was beautiful. So some of us could have been of a different color, of a different race, of a different religion, We may have been female and this time we're male. It just depends on everybody. We could be with a family where we were in past lives together, where our mother was actually our sister and our father was our mother. Okay, it's really crazy. But the point is, there is no human soul. The soul is its own being, and that's the true essence of who we are. We take the soul out, the body falls on the ground. The soul goes into different bodies. The soul is the one that can astro travel. So it's not a human soul. And no, angels are different. Are they with us our entire lives? Your guide is with you your entire life. Yes, absolutely. They're with you from the time you are conceived until the time you die. Hi, welcome. So it's really a beautiful thing. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about how to get grounded in a hectic, chaotic society that we live in. I was a single mom of 2 babies, and I had to drop one off over here and one off over at a different school because this was in junior high, this one was in high school, and I had to be to work by 8. Oh my God. You're running around trying to make sure that everybody's everywhere. By the time you get to work, you're already all, you know, frazzled. And those of you who have little kids, I don't know about you, but my little baby, my youngest, was a turtle. Okay, this kid, the one that I usually talk about, he was so slow. It didn't matter if we found his tennis shoes, put them right in front of him. We'd turn around, one of the shoes was gone. He didn't know where he put it. Then we'd be ripping the house apart, trying to find that shoe because he refused to wear any other shoes. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys have been there, one form or another. You have been there. And how do we get grounded when we're dealing with this? How do we get back into focus and focus on what we need to do and make sure that we're getting everything done right? Now, one of the things that I just spoke about as far as knowing when you're done with your transformation, you're going to know exactly what to do, right? You're going to know what to do. You're in balance and you are grounded. So that's how we function in life, by getting grounded. The way we get grounded, one of the methods that I use with my guidance, many of you have gotten readings from me before we even start, because I can feel your anxiety before I dial your phone number. I already know if you're nervous about meeting with me. So I'll immediately ask you to breathe in through your nose and blow slowly through the mouth, okay? If you do that 3 times in a row, it will instantly calm you down, instantly lower your blood pressure, and I mean instantly. By that 3rd time you do it, it is calmed down. And now you can regroup and direct your focus in the direction it needs to go, instead of being, oh my God, now I'm running 5 minutes late because my kid couldn't find their shoe and I had to drop one off at high school. So that's a really good method. You don't need any other tools, and it is instantly, you can do it wherever you're at. Yeah, I wouldn't do it at a stoplight, but you know, I think I have. You know, be careful with that. Another wonderful way, remember, we are all connected. As you go through life, know any living being, including stones, okay, we are connected to. When we are drawn to trees, some of us are very drawn to trees. I'm very drawn to water and flowers and animals. I love that. They're very grounding. Anything about Mother Earth is going to ground you. So at lunch, you're having a horrible day. You don't know how to get everything done because you got 30 things to do and you only have time to do 15. How do you get grounded? How do you stay focused? How do you continue to move forward? At lunch, take 15 minutes and look around your area. Always, all of you should be familiar with the areas that you live in, that you work in, if there's park, if there's trees, if there's grass, if there's flowers. Some of you may even have little pets, and I do know people who do. They bring their dogs to work. That can ground you instantly. Hug your dog. Hug your kitty. I don't know about a snake. I don't like snakes. So if it works for you, then absolutely do it, because they are part of Mother Earth, right? Hug a tree. Take 10 minutes, walk barefoot on the grass, in the grassway right across the street. Doesn't have to be a park, but nature will ground you within 10-15 minutes. That's all you need. You will feel more at peace, and especially if you do that breathing technique, that's going to help you tremendously. Now, I am very drawn to the ocean, as many of you know. I am obsessed with the ocean. I always have been. Water is very, very healing, and it's very grounding for me. And many of my clients it is as well. So water, sometimes you can turn the water on, close your eyes, do that breathing technique that I just said. The sound of the water, put your hand in the water, do the breathing technique. It'll calm you down. You can go in the bathroom at work and do that. Instantly grounded. Instantly. It happens that quick. You guys who have high blood pressure, who have chest pains, who suffer from anxiety, these techniques will help you day in and day out throughout your entire day. If that means you have to do it 6 times in a day, then do it. You do it. Whatever it takes for you to keep yourself balanced and regain focus on where you're going. Sage will help you get grounded. It also helps for protection, as many of you know, but it will definitely help you get grounded. So when I'm around somebody, and many of you have done this, where you're around somebody and they leave and you're like, oh my God, you know, because that person was just all full of energy and you picked up on their energy, right? You can use the sage after they leave. Please stop printing that. Please stop printing that. You can use the sage to not only get rid of their negative energy or any energy that they brought that is still lingering around you. When people leave you, their energy's still there. So when you go into a room and you feel that energy, whether it's negative or positive, sometimes positive energy can make us go for a loop too, right? You guys have been around those happy people where it's like, oh my God, they have way too much happiness, way too much joy. No, I don't see it that way, but some people definitely do, because that's not where they're at. So if you use the sage, if you're in your home, going back to that first example, where somebody was just there, and you want to remove the energy from you so that you can get in touch with you again. Again, it doesn't have to it doesn't have to be positive or negative. It's just somebody else's energy. When you release that, you will immediately feel centered and grounded and focused. You will regain your focus. Sage, it's a white sage. Yeah, it's white sage. It smells really bad. It smells super bad. Take a person who has been working outside in the heat, in the sun, and they've been working out there all day sweating, and they come home and they smell really bad, really stinky armpits. That's what white sage smells like, okay? That's what makes it get rid of the negative entities that are around us too. They don't like the smell, but it repels energies in general, all right? So this is really good methods. And then of course the crystals that we talked about. When I take these crystals with me to work, I keep them in my pocket. And when I want to get grounded, when I want to get focused, I put my hand in my pocket and I hold them. And you'll feel the heat from your body, because these are living stones. They are alive. And that will calm you down. Some people, that's all you need. Again, the best thing I can tell you is Mother Earth and the breathing technique. Those are by far the absolute best that will help you get centered, focused, and grounded. So I hope that helps some of you in that area. And if you have any questions, please, you can pop them up now. And I have one other one on here. I didn't catch all of that. You have to do it in only like 2 little lines. You felt the shift. You had a shift, Celia? That's good. Are there still open? Yes, there for the class. Yes, Tammy, there is. Send me an email and I'll give you the information. Yes, so Celia is talking about a shift that she felt through all the planetary stuff that's taking place right now. And many of us have had shifts where you could feel that shift within you. You may have been what I was just talking about, unfocused, ungrounded, unable to concentrate, anxiety. A lot of it is anxiety. And then all of a sudden you just, boom, you have this shift. Or many of you may have been going through a lot of purging with Mercury in retrograde followed by the solar eclipse, both of the last 2 eclipses side by side, back to back. You may have gone through the stages of anger, the stages of grief is what you're actually experiencing. So that can lead you into a shift. So she was just saying that she felt a tremendous shift. Oh, hello, thank you. Perhaps, but not end all, be all. Okay? All the states. Yes, so Kinala, I'm sorry, I didn't see the name, is itty bitty. Can you hear your guides without connecting through your third eye? You can, yeah, you can. If you are able to hear your angels, you can. I don't use the third eye to see them, but we use the third eye in the connection that we're creating with the other side, or broadening, let's put it that way. The connection's there. Each of us has it. It doesn't go anywhere. We all have a gift. Most of us have more, but it's figuring out what our gifts are. Every class that I offer on the ASJ website is all to help each and every one of you learn who you are. And who you are, your gifts are part of who you are. When you understand what your gifts are, it helps you to get a better idea of who you are and what direction, what your true purpose is in life. But you have to know what your gifts are. And then you'll know if it actually resonates with you. Your readings are true. Oh, thank you so much. So that I appreciate that compliment. Yeah, go on to another show. Thank you. Yes, Reiki music. I didn't see the whole thing, but meditation music is beautiful. To get grounded, absolutely. That's why I made the meditation video. That is to help people get grounded. That is to help you get centered and focused and create a broader connection to the other side. It's not as easy to listen to meditation while we're working or driving because it can put us in a trance state. So be very careful and never do it while you're driving unless you outright know that you can drive while you do that. So yeah, and those of you interested in that video, again, it's on any of, I don't know what your question is, Shorty. I didn't see your question, and I don't remember getting an email from you. Vivid dream is a good thing, good sign. Vivid dreams, oh, they're amazing if you can actually see your dreams. So that's Celia saying that vivid dreams are a good thing. Yes, they're a very good thing. How can I amplify angel whispers? I've never, Peter, I've never been able to get out, but I've never asked either. I accept them exactly how they are. Now with the ringing that many of you are experiencing in your ear, which sometimes, and many of you probably heard it even louder. Many of you may have actually heard a chime over the last 4 to 5 weeks. You may have heard a chime. You may have heard a different kind of a bell, and it's just like a little ding, 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 and then it stops. That's downloaded information that was coming to you. I am doing the questions, my dear. I am doing the questions right now. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. I thank you all very much for your participation. And again, if you're interested in the soulmate journey, then please send your email to ascendingsoulsjourney@gmail.com. Also, I promised you guys I would run a special, right? So the special, this one is if you are an actual subscriber, and you have to let me know that you're a subscriber and I'll look it up. The first 25 people, I'm going to discount the phone readings from $2.50 per minute to $1.90 per minute. So if it was a 20-minute reading, normally it'd be $50. At this rate, a 20-minute reading would be $38. So this is a really, really good chance for you guys to get a longer reading from me. And it's only the first 25 people. So if you want that reading, the first 25 people that send me their email, ascendingsoulsjourney@gmail.com. Tammy, I'd be happy to give you one. Just send me an email, because it's the first 25 emails. That's it. I'm done. And I will run these intermittently throughout the month at random, just whenever my guides and my angels tell me to do it. That's when I'm going to run it for you. So I look forward to seeing a lot of your emails come through. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and much love. Bye.